Hey guys, it's Ani. Happy weekend. This video is gonna be such a good one, you guys. This is a success from one of my clients. She's been a course client, and we update each other in our one-on-one sessions as well. But what was going on with her? And listen to this. If you guys are going through this, this video will resonate with you, I feel, and help you out. So she is in a situation where she's manifesting SP, but the SP would have tendencies to like block her or like avoid her. And she was really like feeling hopeless and down when she came to me. And she successfully was unblocked, and she's been getting more and more attention from SP. Every time we meet, she just tells me some type of good like movement that she's experiencing, and it's really calming her down. The way we're working together, working through her triggers, where she used to feel so anxious, so worried, she would need constant validation from the outside world or her 3D or her specific person. Now she's learning how to go within, how to attract and be that magnetic version of herself, where SP is just coming in on his own. Like she does not need to lift a finger, and that's the beautiful part about manifestation. So if you guys are interested in any of my courses, links will be in the description box down below. Remove third party, manifest money in abundance, manifest your specific person, self concept is what's really helping people bring in their specific people, or bring just the self concept course. I've been getting so much feedback on where like it's helping in all areas of people's lives. So remember, everything roots from within. All the roots are from within. All the inner world, once changed, shows up in your 3D reality, in work and relationships and 3Ps out and everything, and money, everything. So all right, you guys. Yeah, so also, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, links will be in the description box down below. I am booked up, you guys, booked up like crazy. So if you guys have a hard time getting a time with me, like a one-on-one with me, you can add yourself to the wait list, or work on a course until we meet, you guys. A lot of people have been working on courses and getting success way before we even meet, for them to update me. So that's beautiful, you guys. Proud of you. Let's get into this success story. So she emailed in saying, my sessions with Ani are amazing as usual. Our sessions get better each time as Ani helps me work through my psychology. She identifies my thinking patterns. I've been getting so much movement from him after each session. This time, another call, I addressed the blocking situation, and he said that he never did it. He even offered me proof from screenshots, and I felt the sincerity. He was being so pretty forward about it, and I'm feeling really good. And you guys, I will post this in the community post so you guys could read what the client sent in. But let's talk about how you may think something's going on in your 3D reality, but once you shift states, and once you shift your thinking patterns and your assumptions and your beliefs, how things play out completely differently. Like, she was worried about being blocked. She had issues with that in the past. She had issues with him not reaching out, not calling, not texting. Now all of that is happening. Why? Because every time we meet, or every time she does her courses that she has, when she, like, let's say she can't meet with me, or she doesn't want to go and talk about, her situation with someone else, she goes to her courses and she does the work within. She gets the validation from herself within, the reassurance. Or even if it's one-on-one coaching, what we work on is those internal fears you've had from the past that may still be playing in your current reality. This happens a lot with a lot of clients. I see this in the community. A lot of people are bringing in past thoughts, beliefs, traumas into their new relationships or existing relationships, and it's an ongoing cycle of the same old thing over and over again, not being chosen, not being prioritized, not being the first priority. Maybe there's a third party, whatever it is. This goes for work as well. Like if you feel like um nothing's working out at work, or you just can't get that raise, or you just can't get that promotion, this applies to it. Shifting states, shifting consciousness, shifting beliefs. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is we have assumptions and beliefs about each and every area of our life, whether it is relationships, money, whatever it is. You have maybe history about it, because it's probably not the first time you're thinking about that specific topic in your life. You've had many, many chances and many opportunities to think hard on it, to create beliefs on it. And now those beliefs are playing their part, right? And when we don't know about law of assumption, or our thoughts create, it's happening on autopilot. Even when you come into this knowledge and you know, a lot of the times people don't do the proper inner work, or the changing of assumptions and beliefs enough. They don't persist enough for it, the new belief, to become a dominant belief now, right? The old dominant story is still playing, because you may be giving into it, you may be reacting to it way more than using that energy and time and focus to change it, right? So this has happened. I mean, I feel like I'm a pro at this point, because I've known my SP for years. Like, we didn't just meet. It hasn't been just a year or two. Like, I've known the person for years and years and years, and I've had years of beliefs even before knowing law of assumption. And same with this client too. Like, she's known the person not barely, but she's created enough beliefs where they're dominantly at play. And your first go-to thought is the familiar, right? So like, let's say someone, like, let's say they've blocked you before, so your mind goes to like, oh, they won't have a problem blocking me again. Like, this was this client's belief. Like, yeah, and every time, like, this person, their SP gets maybe too overwhelmed or too, I don't know, busy or whatever, they go to blocking, or whatever your case may be, right? So that's your go-to assumption. And in the moment, you may not feel you're going there. You just feel not good, but you still give into that thought. Well, that's where I want you, and I was telling my client this too, that's where I want you to ask yourself, well, if I'm in a infinite, if I'm in a world right now, if I'm in a hologram, if I'm in a simulation, and my thoughts project out into this physical realm, whatever thought I want, right? And there are infinite possibilities and infinite parallel realities. Do I want to continue thinking this way about this specific situation? Most likely your answer is going to be no. But you got to ask yourself that question in that moment, or realize what you're doing in that moment. Because when you're not realizing what you're doing, that's the issue. You keep going back to autopilot. You see? So if you guys have experienced this, comment down below. I know I have. I know I used to be a pro at this. Like, it took me some time to um get used to actually, like, remembering. First of all, I don't have to be in the situation right now. I don't have to be in this thought process. I can be in a totally different thought process. The only reason I'm here is because pattern of thought, pattern of thinking, it's familiar. You go to that subconsciously, automatically, maybe without even feeling it, right? So that's what I would do. That's what I told her to do. And the more you focus on the preferred version of this person, preferred outcome of a situation, preferred solution of a problem, right? That's where revision can come into, where if you have experienced something you don't like, you go to the version within that's giving you the solution. or that's giving you the apology, that's telling you that this is gonna pass, like I'm gonna show up as the better version, because all realities exist, all versions of me exist as your specific person, all versions of your job exist as, you know, your god of your reality. Of course it has to. There's, what's the point of just constantly being in problem solving mode, right? But not being able to imagine a solution too. That's why we have an imagination, because we are gods of our reality. So the imagination needs to be utilized. And don't get me wrong, you don't just have to imagine through a scene, right? You can use visualization, scene, you can use scripting, you can use affirming, you can use inner conversations, um, imagining yourself in a different version of yourself constantly, someone receiving the love, attention, affection, right? There's so many different techniques, but it's all to get you in a state of having, rather than paying attention to I don't have, how do I get, right? They're two different energies, you guys. There's the I don't have, how do I get, which is constant desperation. You're looking for answers. You're focusing more on the problem with specific person or whatever it is, rather than focusing on, okay, if I had it, what would the conversation be? What would the scene look like? What would the apology sound like, right? There's, it's completely different realities you're playing with. So what I'm trying to say, and the point of this is, watch what your what reality you're playing with, what state you're in. Because if you've read Neville, if you've learned about quantum physics, look into it if you haven't. Parallel realities, infinite possibilities are all here. It's just, what are you creating the story to be, right? And I've had personal experience from this, from changing like years and years and years of worth of beliefs and assumptions. Like it was just on autopilot for me. Same with this successful client. It was just on autopilot for her to go to the not being chosen, not being wanted, to being blocked thought process. But in our sessions, and we would focus on, no, let's shift the state, states create, right? I also have noticed, you guys, I want to emphasize more on really paying attention to where you're at throughout the day. It sounds maybe simple, it sounds maybe like you've heard this 1,000 times before when it comes to manifesting, but I can't tell you enough how much your old thought processes creep up on you. And it's not creeping up on you or shifting you back to your old ways of thinking because it wants you back there. Your ego like, it's not because your ego really is trying to hurt you or your subconscious is trying to hurt you. Nothing is against you. Like everything is for you. But you got to understand one thing. When you build a habit, good or bad, everything's trying to support that habit. Everything. Your subconscious, your all the thoughts, whether it's intrusive, positive, negative, the environment around you is trying to keep your pattern going, the habit of thinking going. So it may take you a few times to really like then change to a dominantly new way of thinking, and that is so normal and so human. Like if someone's like, oh, well, I get manifestations quick, fast, that's great. But when you have years worth of assumptions, those old thoughts come up and they try to, like, that Karen in your head's like, "Mm, stop thinking this new thought. Let's go back to the old. Let's do what we got to do to stay in the familiar, to stay in what's comfortable, because comfortable always feels better than new and uncomfortable, right? So you want to be okay with feeling, even if it's uncomfortable, be okay with that. Understand that nothing's trying to hurt you, but you're just going to a new pattern and you're building a new habit. You're disciplining now your subconscious that this is where we're going to go. When we think of our specific person, this is what we're going to think, not what we've been thinking. Because guess what? Right now, in this very present moment, this is the moment you have to create the new. Your past happened. Whatever's currently going on is your old beliefs at play. But what about tomorrow? What about a week from now? What about a month from now? What about a year from now? Invest your time and energy into your now for your tomorrow, into your now thoughts for your tomorrow, for your year from now experiences, for your week from now experiences. You are investing time, focus, energy, thoughts, emotions right now. But where? Are you continuing the same old thing over and over again, the same old stories over and over again? Or are you aware of what you're doing and what you got to do to go to the desired story? And do not feel played, or do not feel like you're tricked into, how should I say? Like, okay, let's say you're doing the work, right? And you're not seeing evidence right away. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because again, when you're building that habit, it's building out there. I can't tell you how many times with my SP I thought nothing was happening, but everything was happening in my favor. Same thing with her. After we got off our call, our session, um every single time she sends in her movement through email, and she says, Ani, like, literally, it's like it's playing out in 3D. Like, I'm not even worried anymore. I'm not even seeking validation from out there anymore, because I can see that, like, it's all me calming this inner world down first. Like, it's all that. This is your power, your heart, your mind, your thoughts. It's a beautiful thing, but it works opposite ways too, because nothing's trying to hurt you. It's just all neutral, you know? So I hope this video helped you guys. I'm so girl, if you're watching, I'm so happy you are experiencing all these shifts and you're able to now identify the states you're in. And if you're not in a desired one, you hop on to the desired one, and you just know it's an internal job. I hope, I intend, not hope, I intend you guys start seeing more and more movement. You feel more and more calm. If you guys have trouble with like you're always seeking validation from outside, your self-concept, you haven't been feeling too good about yourself or your self-concept, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in money, you just constantly are reaching outside of yourself and trying so hard. Like, if you're like posting desperately for your SP to see, or if you're like trying really hard at work to get noticed, whatever it is, like, and it's just not working, I highly recommend my self concept course. There's so much amazing feedback on it. Um, if not, you guys can just watch these videos. I mean, it's not necessary for you to purchase anything, but definitely helps for those who have been experiencing that. If you guys are interested in courses, links are going to be in the description box down below. Remember, for courses, you guys, you don't need to worry about date and time. When you go on our website, go to courses, Ani's courses, and then pick whichever one you want. And when you click on it, it gives you like dates and times. You don't have to worry about it. Whichever one you pick, you get your course right away. So you don't have to wait. Like, you get everything right away. And for coaching, you guys, I have been booked up. I love you guys for that. So many people have been seeing so much movement in one-on-one coaching. And I would highly recommend Waitlist if you guys really want a one-on-one. I love you guys. I hope this video helped. She went from just a lot of anxious feelings of not being chosen, a lot of past stories of being blocked, to literally her SP like trying to prove to her that that is not the case, that's not happening. Like I wouldn't do that to you. Like shift in literal versions of specific person. So love you guys. See you in the next video. Check out my community posts, the shorts. If you guys want to see any success story, so many from me, from clients, from every just my personal experience, go to playlists, go to Ani. All the videos are there, all the jackpot wins, all the money in abundance, all the client money in abundance, all the third parties being removed and manifesting SPs. You guys got this. See you. Bye.